has always been vocal. I must say that. I guess sometimes when it has been vocal, there have been louder noises. I will go back. The church came up with, in 2006, after extensive consultations throughout all the provinces except for one, they came up with a document called the Zimbabwe We Want. So the Zimbabwe We Want formulated in how the organized church ought to engage. The Zimbabwe We Want was also endorsed by the political parties at that time, and it was launched by His Excellency the President Mugabe. So they recognize the role of the church through that. So we are using the Zimbabwe We Want as a way of engaging everybody, because it was a place and a position that was endorsed. In 2006, the main issues were the church must have a vision, they must have values, they must have vehicles. So we were advocating for a common vision for the country. We were advocating for common values for the country. We were also saying there were certain vehicles to make sure we move the country forward. One of those vehicles that was not in place in 2006 was a new constitution. It was still an old constitution. So we worked, when we then went into that whole process of constitutional making, our position was already given through the Zimbabwe We Want. I also must say that even the coming up of the GNU wasn't just the political parties. The Zimbabwe heads of Christian denomination had to meet with all the political party presidents at that particular time. And at that time, it was President Robert Mugabe, it was then Morgan Tsvangirai, it was Simba Makoni. Those were the political, Arthur Mtambara, Washman Nube. Those were meant to kind of come up with a settlement which will bring reprieve. Of course, there were other parties involved, but the church indeed was part of that. When we handle such sensitive matters, we don't always have to be blowing the bugle all the time. But when we feel that we need now to proclaim to our constituencies, then we have to announce what is going on. This year, we've been much more vocal, or in the recent past, we've been more vocal, because we believe that there is need to bring some voice of reason. The church is very concerned about the ongoing discourses at a political level where there is factionalism and so on. We believe as a church the biggest enemy to our politics has been the factionalism that has been going on, because it has taken the eye off the ball. And political parties, it doesn't matter whether it is the ruling party or the opposition party, they've been caught up in succession games. And it has made everybody lose their eye on the ball. And therefore, the church is crying out, saying, can we go back to what will make people's lives better?
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.